Allah Imla, Alhai now Yahweh, Bashimi Hawashai, Hamashiach, Wamalaki, Bashim Harawat, Kakurash, Barakatham, the water Bible, Bawa, Kwam Yasharala. Double honor to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone who teach us daily, to the men out there teaching the light-wise doctrine and say Shalom. Today we're going to get into a couple videos about Donald Trump and Hulk Hogan. Now, we all know how Edomites love to pretend like they cool with everybody. But behind the scenes, it's a much different story. Now, I know you got a lot of people out there rooting for Trump, but this man is not what you think he is. I know he got a lot of y'all fooled because y'all tired of the man with the Biden mask, but still, be careful what you ask for. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it like that. So, Hulk Hogan ain't what he appears to be. No, these Edomites hate you, Israel. How many times we got to say it? I don't care how pristine their performance is. Edomites hate you because they know who you are, and they're always reflecting back on the shit they doing to us still to this day. So let's go ahead and show you what I'm talking about. These people are not who you think they are. They hate Israelites. Let's get it. Now, this video says Trump's nephew reveals uncle's racist, slur-filled outbursts in new book. Now, I want to ask y'all this. Why is it considered racism when they just talking about us? When they talking about another race, it's not considered racism. Because Esau, the Lord gave him perpetual hate toward us. That's why they can't stop thinking about us. They can't stop talking about us because they want to be us. And they just want to, if they had their way, they would be us and we would be exterminated, and there would be no record of us even existing. And then these idiots they'll genocide themselves. So let's go ahead and grab the video. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about.
Hell of a thing. Donald Trump's nephew says, yes, Trump is racist. He utilizes the N-word, provides a specific scenario where Trump said the N-word over and over again, but other people in the family, they've echoed the same thing. But those outside of the Trump family were very clear that this man is racist. I want to remind you, before we get into the new book from his nephew, of the Central Park Five.
You better believe that I hate the people that took this girl brutally. You better believe it.
The vicious.
But the truth about the matter is about the Central Park Five. They had a movie about this same situation on Netflix not too long ago, I think. And I don't think they did it. Matter of fact, I think those boys got raped by cops in that movie. I'm going to try to go back and find it, but I think so. Let's let it play.
Beating of a 30-year-old investment banker, Trisha Miley, who was jogging in Central Park last night. 5 youths are in custody and are being questioned. The youngest is only 13.
Trump put his money where his mouth is by taking out this full-page ad in 4 New York City newspapers.
Bring back the death penalty. You see, that's all these people know. They declare war on everything. That's all these people know. That's how they answer all their problems, with violence. Edomites, they're all warlike people. That's why they declare war on drugs, war on climate change, if there was such a thing. Biden in his messed up speech, the man with the Biden mask, he said that they took down Medicaid. See, they declare war on everything. They declare war on the water. They declare war on the air, chemtrails. They just declare war on shit that's not even bothering them. And the truth is, they don't belong on this planet because they only serve one purpose, 3 purposes rather. To punish us because we went off to destroy their own kingdom and to rebuild ours for free. That's the only function of Esau, Edom. And then they will be rounded up and exterminated at the end of 1,000 years of captivity. So I ask you this, despite all that, what does the Edomites have to offer? What do they have that will benefit this planet and the other nations? Nothing. That's why they're gonna be exterminated.
First, bring back the death penalty.
When I first saw this ad that Donald Trump made, I knew that this famous person calling for us to die was very serious.
5 teens between the ages of 15 and 17 were charged with numerous sodomy and assault counts.
In 1989, myself and 4 other individuals were arrested and falsely accused in the Central Park Jogger in a case that became widely known as the Central Park Jogger case. We became known as the Central Park 5. In 2002, we were found to be innocent after the real perpetrator came forward, and that was confirmed by DNA evidence.
That's just part of his legacy of rape.
See, Trump didn't even know the whole story, but he already yelling, bring the death penalty. Don't even know the whole story. Matter of fact, what did he tell y'all when he announced that he was running for 2024? He said he bringing back firing squads and guillotines. See, all these people know is violence. So how are they fit to rule?
Racism. Dr. Yusuf Salam, who was speaking there, a dear friend of mine now, a council member representing Harlem, remarkable human being. There's an interview I did with him in front of college students. Check it out if you can. With millions watching.
Okay, this is an advertisement. I'm gonna fast forward it a little bit. Let's go right here. Okay.
War was fought in the United States of America. They want you to believe it was fought over something called states' rights. It was fought over one particular state right, the right to own Black people, which also came with the right to brutally assault, molest, and murder them. It was human trafficking, is what it was.
That's what they mean by when they say make America great again. They want to be able to do all these things and more with no repercussion. That's what made America great for Edomites, because they just do us any kind of way. Now, I want to ask you this. Well, wait, I'm going to let her speak a little more.
So the echo that happens today from Trump supporters talking about bringing back the Civil War, you cannot dismiss the origin of that proclamation, which is rooted, once again, in racism. Here it is.
I'm afraid if we lose this one, it's going to take a civil war to save the country, and it will be saved. It's the greatest experiment in the history of mankind.
You heard that? The greatest experiment. That means all this is planned. And once again, an Edomite advocating war. Violence, death, destruction, warlike people. That's why it says in the book of Obadiah. Let me get it real quick. Verse 15, for the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. If these people are constantly declaring war on everything they see, they ain't gonna, it's not going to be anything left to rule over. Because that word war, they declare war on shit, that means they about to destroy it. So, if you just destroy, you ain't gonna have nothing left to rule over. And that's exactly what they about to do. They about to destroy their own kingdom. Because they cannot be peaceful. They don't know how to live and let live. All they know is how to finesse you out of your shit, stealing, lying about it, and murder. So let's keep going.
And if we come down to a civil war, I'm glad we got people like Schmitty and the Bikers for Trump on our side.
This is Ohio State Senator George Lang calling for a civil war if Trump loses the election. He later said he regrets making those remarks, but they aren't the first of their kind for MAGA Republicans. Recently, Trump himself said,
if we don't win this election, we may never have another election. I'm telling you, this may be our last election.
and numerous
If it happens, it will be your last election. This country will not withstand another 4 years. The prophecies, they are popping off the pages. And me personally, this is not doctrine. Nobody knows when the Lord is coming back. Not even the Lord. Only the Father knows. But my personal opinion, this country will not see a 2028 election. Thanks to the man with the Biden mask administration. Think about over the past 4 years how much damage they have done. They have destroyed foreign relations with other countries. They have destroyed everything that makes you self-sustainable. And this was all done on purpose.
Numerous politicians on the right have signaled they won't accept the election results if Trump doesn't win.
Yes or no? Will you accept the election results of 2024?
I look forward to President Trump being the 47th president.
Other
You would, your bald head, bald face ass. See, they're advocating war right now. Look at this, this very article. Far-right extremists call for violence and war after Trump shooting. Now, the far-right extremists, that's another name for Esau. See, they got so many names that they hide behind.
MAGA politicians and pundits have also suggested the possibility of a civil war.
We become totally unhinged if Donald Trump is not elected in November.
We are in the process of the Second American Revolution, which will remain bloodless if the left allows it to be.
I don't want a civil war.
See how they hinting at it? Yeah, they trying to pump you people up to destroy yourselves. So they can swoop in and play hero when they designed all this shit. That's the Edomite.
I don't want to have to draw my rifle. I want to make this problem go away with my legislative means of doing so.
That's not going to happen, homie. First of all, you cannot solve this with politics. Politics ain't politics no more. The solution is not political for this country. This country, you can't submit a political solution to a spiritual problem. This country has a spiritual problem because you got the wicked in rulership. This whole place has to go. It has to be destroyed. You can't rehabilitate this country, and you can't rehabilitate these fucked up citizens that the government has destroyed on purpose. It all has to go away. There's no political solution for a country with a spiritual problem. And then you looking toward liars to save you. You looking toward murderers to save you. You looking toward thieves to save you. You fucked up. If these people are your only hope, you are done. They can't wait to fuck you over.
Harris campaign spokesperson Amar Moussa responded to Senator Lang's civil war prediction in a statement saying Donald Trump and J.D. Vance are running a campaign openly sowing hatred and promising revenge against their political opponents.
Exactly. That's exactly what they're doing. Donald Trump and DJ Vance are running a campaign openly, sowing hatred and promising revenge against their political opponents. I told you, politics is not politics. You know what politics is now? Politics now is, let's see, well, as far as the elites, they're trying to see the most effective puppet. They need the most effective puppet to get these people to move. And when I say move, I mean they need the most effective puppet to lie to the citizens to get them to do what they need them to do. For example, lie to them about FEMA camps. Lie to them about the MOTB. They got preachers about to lie to you, telling you, then they about to tell you to take it. And we told you this years ago. starting with the apostles, the elders, and the bishops, and the brothers on down. Yeah, they setting you up for destruction. And it all starts in the mind. They got to prime your mind first. And it starts in the movies, Civil War, The Purge. Yeah, all these murderous movies. Because it is truly in their spirit. They are murderers.
Opponents. It's a feature, not a bug, of their campaign and message to the American people. That's why a Republican official was empowered to predict a civil war while introducing these candidates.
There's a whole lot more. Let me get into it. So Donald Trump's nephew recalls a situation where the future U.S. president went on an N-word tirade. All right. Here's the book that is coming out next week in America. At the start of this book, you will see the New York real estate career of Trump profiled, surveying damage to a beloved car, and according to the nephew, furiously started using the N-word. The shocking scene appears in the book All in the Family, The Trumps and How We Got This Way by Fred C. Trump III, which will be published once again next week. The Guardian obtained a copy, quote, N-words. I recall him saying disgustedly, look what the N-words did, Fred Trump writes, describing his uncle's racist outburst. In the midst of a tumultuous election in which Trump faces VP Kamala Harris, the first woman of color to be vice president, the book may prove explosive.
She is not a woman of color. She is an Elamite. Her father is of Elam, the nation of Elam. She is not an Israelite. I just want to tell y'all that. So if she's not, if she's an Elamite, that she's an enemy of Israel, just like Donald Trump is an Edomite. He is also an enemy of Israel. So who you gonna vote for, Christians? Black people, because you're not Israelites. You still black. Believe in the lies of your enemies, hoping your enemies gonna save you from the situation that they put you in. What kind of ass backwards thinking is that? That's how black people think, not Israelites. Always looking towards your enemy to show mercy on you. Y'all still black, and you're gonna die black.
Allegations of racism have followed Trump through his life in business and in politics. Rumors persist that tape exists of Trump using the N-word during his time on The Apprentice, the hit NBC show that propelled him towards politics, though none have emerged yet. Omarosa, a black contestant, has said she's heard such a tape. Trump, however, denies it.
He would, because he's an Edomite. Edomites come out the womb line. Says Psalms chapter 58, verse 3. They are born liars. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. That is Psalms 58 and 3. Born liars.
So there are people who will say, so what? He may have used the N-word. As a matter of fact, when it was all but certain that the tape may come out, we have recordings of his surrogates coming up with spin, trying to figure out how to spin the potential use of the
Try to lie their way out of it, basically.
N-word from then President Donald Trump before he became the nominee and the winner of the contest. So they're willing to vouch for a racist. They're willing to protect them. They're willing to spin. They're willing to do whatever they need to do in order to have their proxy to power and money. But instead of trying to figure out how racist Trump is, and then there are those who will argue, well, is Trump really racist or not? Does he protect racists?
Yes, he does. Demons protect demons. Prime example. How come Hunter Biden ain't in jail yet?
Does he applaud them? Does he listen to them? Does he invite them over to his Mar-a-Lago mansion to have dinner with him? There's more. Since winning the Republican nomination for president in 2016, through 4 years in the White House and in his third presidential campaign, Trump has repeatedly used racist language and has faced accusations of race baiting. This is red meat to his followers, by the way. He has denied all allegations. Nonetheless, Fred C. Trump III describes in detail a stunning moment he says happened in the early 1970s at the house of his grandparents, Donald Trump's parents in Queens, New York. It was, quote, just a normal afternoon for preteen me, Trump III writes. But then his uncle arrived. Donald was pissed. Trump III writes, boy, was he pissed. Trump says his uncle showed him his white Cadillac Eldorado convertible in its retractable canvas top. Quote, there was a giant gash at least 2 feet long and another shorter gash next to it. In words, he says, in words, I recall him saying disgustedly. Look at what the N-words did. I knew that was a bad word. Trump III writes, had not seen whoever damaged his car.
See, he didn't see it. Just jumping to conclusions. Now, Trump had his way. He would just start murdering black people. That's why Esau got to go. Now, you notice this. Since Esau been in power, racism does not exist if Esau is not present. You know when racism pops up? When Esau pops up. So how do you get rid of racism? You have to get rid of Esau. He's always stirring the pot. He always lying on us, false accusing us before the Father day and night, rather paraphrasing the scripture. Racism doesn't exist until an Edomite pops up. Racism does not exist. Say it again, racism does not exist if an Edomite is not present.
Instead, he saw the damage, then went straight to the place where people's minds sometimes go when they face a fresh affront across the racial divide. Fred C. Trump III is a successful New York real estate executive outside the Trump firm. And because of his experiences as a parent, a campaigner in support of the intellectually and developmentally disabled, he is not the first Trump to write a book about growing up in a family led by Trump Sr., Fred Trump Sr., a New York construction and real estate magnate, and containing the future president. In 2020, Fred C. Trump, the third sister, Mary Trump, published the bestseller, Too Much or Never Enough. Promoting that book, she said her uncle was, quote, clearly racist, adding that she had heard him using racist language, quote, and I don't think that should surprise anybody given how racist he is today. Mary Trump will release another memoir this year about the sad life and early death of her and Fred C. Trump's the third's father, Fred Trump Jr., the oldest son, who nonetheless saw his younger brother take over the family business. When Fred Trump Sr. died, Trump III and his sister were effectively disinherited by their uncles and aunts before reaching a settlement. In 2020, when Mary Trump released her memoir and Donald Trump attempted to block it, her brother distanced himself from the project. But this June, when Simon & Schuster announced Trump III's own book, it promised candid and revealing, never before told stories that would shed light into the darker corner of the Trump empire. The publisher also said Trump III was motivated to write by the 2024 election and suggested his book might shape the decision of a nation. The book spares little in its portrayal of Trump attitudes about race, of Queens in the 1960s and 70s. Trump III says it was, quote, one of the most diverse places on the planet, but also one of contrast between Jamaica States, the affluent white neighborhood where the Trumps lived, and areas where majority of people of color lived as well. Quote,
he had nephew just spilling the beans and his niece. Telling on Psalm chapter 64, verse 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves, and all that see them shall flee away. Yeah, they're telling on each other. Whistleblowers coming forth.
if something bad happened to residents of Jamaica Estates, Trump III writes, they were the ones who did it. Almost.
See, no proof. Just false accusing and lying. So what you think he finna do to this country? He finna false accuse, and he's gonna lie continually. But y'all gonna trust him, ain't you, black people? We know. Oh no, y'all gonna trust Scamala, because y'all think she's black like you. What you gonna do, black people? Because I'm gonna tell you this, there's no such thing as a lesser evil. Wicked is wicked. So right now, you stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Certainly, it was them. He considers a key question. So was Donald a racist? Noting that, quote, people have been asking for decades. Trump III says his uncle used the N-word at a time when he says people said all kinds of crude, thoughtless, prejudiced things, adding, quote, maybe everyone in Queens was a racist then. Trump III says he did not hear his grandfather, Fred Trump Sr., use the N-word, but he did hear him sometimes say other slurs. And tenants were uniformly white. That had to mean something, didn't it? Question mark.
He skipped some of this. Let me read what he skipped. Trump III says he did not hear his grandfather, Fred Trump Sr., use the N-word, but did hear him sometimes say Schwartz, the Yiddish slur for black people. See, that means it was some Jews around them. Now it all makes sense. And his tenants were uniformly white, of course.
Let's put it up. Put up the picture. Okay. 1973. Fred Trump Sr., Donald Trump, and Trump Company, they were sued. Why? They were sued by the U.S. Justice Department for being racist, racial discrimination.
How you get sued for being a racist? Leave it up to DT. He'll show you how it's done.
At the New York housing development, Trump III writes, this was a painful period for the company, and therefore for Donald, all the publicity was bad. The R word, racist, was thrown around. The Trumps had to settle. No admission of guilt, however. Trump III also addresses the grandfather's apparent arrest at a KKK rally in 1927.
Granddaddy was the KKK, right? Yeah, you black people, y'all stuck between a rock and a hard place, man. Trusting your enemies. Are you insane?
Which he says surprised the family.
Yeah, I remember all them shirts, niggas for Trump. Yeah. Y'all gonna stay niggas and y'all gonna die niggas. He gonna make sure of that.
When it was recently reported, why is this important? It's important because he's in a position to create policy. The tapestry of his own background provides significant context as to the man he is today, or the piece of a man he attempts to be. Embracing the most bigoted among us, platforming them, praising them, saying that they are good patriots and Americans, it gives you an idea.
Yeah. Remember the Proud Boys, he said they were good, wholesome, honest people. But they're just as fucked up as he is. So, with a racist slanderer and straight up liar in the White House, what you think gonna happen to you black people? He gonna sick the migrants on y'all asses. That's what's gonna happen and spark off Jacob's trouble. If he's selected, if there's a selection process. There's only two ways to cancel a selection. You got to declare civil war. You have to declare martial law, or you have to declare war. Either one of them can happen at any day now. So if this man makes it back to the White House, back to the Edomite house, rather, yeah, he finna declare war on you black people. Look at all this racial influence he's had all through his life. That don't just go away. If anything, it gets worse with time. So yeah, you got a real problem, black people, because you got DT, who's been proven, who's been called a racist by his own family. You got to pick between him and Kamala Harris, an Indian woman married to a small hat. Yeah, you black people, you're done. The only way out of this, you got to come on in. You got to worship Yahweh Shem Shai and let this world go. If not, you're going to die with it.
Of his pedigree. All right. Was interesting book, not a surprising saga. What say you?
No, it's not surprising at all. I don't think anybody who's paid attention to Donald Trump's history, specifically as a public figure, could make the argument that Donald Trump has never been racist or never held racist thoughts. Like, I don't know how you credibly make that argument considering Donald Trump's track record as—
It's easy for an Edomite. They come out the womb line. They don't care how ridiculous the lie sounds. They don't.
As it regards race here in America. And, you know, I'm glad you played that clip of some of the stuff that Donald Trump said surrounding the Central Park Five. I think people need to understand the atmosphere around New York City, specifically at the time. It was a especially divisive one racially throughout the city. So there was that Central Park jogger case, which the Central Park Five were wrongly convicted, ended up serving, you know, over a decade in prison for a crime they didn't commit.
See, that's what Edomites do. Let me read it again. Book of Obadiah. Chapter 1, verse 15, for the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen, as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. Now, you like to lock up innocent Israelites on purpose? Guess what? You're going to be on lockdown for the next 1,000 years and hardcore slavery. So, yeah, it's fair.
Before that, 5 years before that, was the so-called subway vigilante, a guy named Bernard Geitz, who shot 4 young people, minorities, on the train. The guy was called a freaking hero for it, ended up serving less than a year for said crimes, right?
Demons protect demons, see? Got, what, less than a year, he said, see? And then they proclaimed him to be a hero. Just like all of the murderers in American history, they deemed them heroes. Andrew Jackson, Cristobal Colon, they got statues of these murderers, but they tell you they're heroes.
And there was this idea of lawlessness on the train being perpetuated by the city's Black and brown communities. And here comes Donald Trump into that, you know, divisive atmosphere. And what does he do? He adds fuel to the fire. Folks will remember when he came down them damn escalators, when he's painting this picture of just blood and gore and craziness at the border of these called and criminal Mexicans. They're not sending their best. That was the most animating feature of his campaign, most people would argue. He made his bones on this idea of immigration and an out of control border. Like that's who Donald Trump has been. Like it doesn't. Me and Dr. Richie don't need to carve some narrative for you guys. This is what is on the public record. What I think is quite interesting, though, is how these guys figure how to spin this going forward in terms of the Trump campaign. Because if the polling is to be believed, his coalition is blacker, it's browner, it's younger. And I wonder how he's going to square what his instincts have been racially, with this new, just broader coalition. Like, if we'll see what happens in November when people actually go out and vote. But boy, it seems like he's got a more diverse and broad coalition. And I wonder how he handles that going forward, because doing this is not going to work.
Yeah. Well said. And the irony is, he's supposed to be, or the campaign is supposed to be browner and blacker, et cetera. But they officially got rid of all of their caucus advocacy groups, Latinos, Republican Latinos, Black Republicans, et cetera. All of those groups have been dismissed summarily by the RNC. And somehow they still proclaim that this is the party that invites them to the big tent, so to speak.
Wow.
Right now, I would like to.
Now I want to get a scripture. Y'all see how sick Trump is? Not to mention the Trumpalites that support him. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10, verse 2. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. That means you about to have a bunch of racist idiots running around, if they ain't running around already. Because they want to be like Trump. And all this man does is stir the pot. Stir that pot with hatred, contention, strife. And all of those words lead to what? Violence. So yeah, he gon' instigate the shit, and y'all gonna listen to him. Because that's all he knows: division, violence, lies. So what you gonna do, black people? Because if you waiting on one of these two, Scamala and Trump, lying ass, you're done. The only way out of this, come back to the throne, Yahweh Shimi Hawashai. That's it. Let's get Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof, not where and who is he? That's why all this bullshit is allowed, because Edomites love bullshit. They love confusion. They keep it going. They love racism. They keep it going. That's why I said the only way to get rid of racism, you got to get rid of Esau, because racism doesn't exist if he's not present. Let's start getting some scriptures, and I'm gonna bring out this other video about Hulk Hogan. Another one that had y'all fooled. 2nd Ezra chapter 11. And verse 40. Yep. It says, and the fourth came and overcame all the beasts that were past, and had power over the world with great fearfulness, and over the whole compass of the earth, with much wicked oppression. And so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit. Yeah, these people, all they do is lie. Let's go to 2nd Ezra chapter 8, verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter times shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. DJ Trump, he one of the most prideful Edomites I've ever seen. Let's get a few more, then I'm gonna go into this other video with Hulk Hogan. Go to Book of Sirach. Anybody who fakes getting shot at obviously has never been shot at. I'm just leave it at that. Sirach chapter 9, verse 18. A man of an ill tongue is dangerous in his city, and he that is rash in his talk shall be hated. Now, speaking of being rash in their talk, let's bring up Hulk Hogan. Get this one first.
When I look out and I see all the real Americans,
He means Edomites. The term American does not apply to you tribes.
think about how Donald Trump, his family was compromised. When I look out there and I see Donald Trump, I think about how his business was compromised. But what happened last week when they took a shot at my hero and they tried to kill the next president of the United States? Enough was enough. And I said, let Trumpomania run wild, brother. Let Trumpomania rule again.
See all the Trumpalites? They really think their kingdom gonna continue. See, let me get this one right here. What it say?
Let Trumpomania.
That shit said, make America great again. Let me run it back. Yeah, make America great again. See, she holding it up high. And I told you what MAGA means. It means being able to do whatever you want to the tribes and not be punished. You can murder them, steal from them. You can lie on them. You can rape them. You can beat them. You can shoot them and not get punished. That's why all these Edomites are here. And then you got one coon. See, that's what they want back. They want that white privilege back. They want that white supremacy back. Get a couple scripts real quick. Psalm chapter 49, verse 11, their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. Yes, they do. They the only ones in history that do that. Alexandria, Fredericksburg, yeah. Look at the pride on it. Look at it. They so happy. Yay, we get the ruling wickedness a little longer now, bitch. It's over.
Let Trumpomania make America great again.
Now, let's go to the other video. This is the true Hulk Hogan. Check this out.
Hulk Hogan hired a brand ambassador blindly, and then the next day found out she was black, and then fired her? Hold on. Let me bring myself down to a little guy so I can explain. This beautiful black queen name is Essence Janae, and Essence Janae got a job with Hulk Hogan's liquor company as a brand ambassador blindly through the internet. So the next day she show up for her new job, and Hulk Hogan sees that she's a black woman and fired her. Real American Beer is the company, and we need to shut that company down right now. I don't know if you recall, but when he found out that his daughter was dating a black man, this is what he had to say. Go ahead, read that. Read it. Read it.
I'm going to read it. I mean, I'd rather if she was going to F some nigger, I'd rather have her marry an 8-foot-tall nigger worth $100 million, like a basketball player. I guess we're all a little racist. Fucking nigger. See? This is how Esau feels about you, Israel. Fuck the bread and circus. Fuck these Oscar-winning performances. You need to understand who your enemies are. If not, you setting yourself up to get taken out. And it ain't gonna be nobody's fault but your own because you trusted your enemy. The book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 10, never trust thine enemy, for like his iron rusted so is his wickedness. You can't rehabilitate them. You can't save them.
I'm gonna even pause. I ain't gonna even read that. Read it. I mean, I'd rather if she was going to blank some blank, I'd rather have her marry an 8-foot blank worth $100 million like a basketball player. I guess we're all a little racist. Blank, blank.
See all that stereotypical jargon? Like all the Israelites know how to do is play basketball. See? I guess it is stereotypical being in the wicked kingdom. But see, what I'm about to say about you is not stereotypical. It's actually true. Esau is just, this dude just, you can't rehabilitate him, man. You can't get that shit out of them. You can't. Now, he's selling something called a real American beer. You know who his audience is. Edomites. He's selling the Edomites. If he don't even want an Israelite woman working for him, what make you think he wants you drinking his beer? Not that I would, because I don't trust it. Yeah. The statement is, it's not stereotypical. It's actually true. That Edomites lie. If all black people know how to do is slam dunk a basketball, which is a stereotypical statement, I'm presenting truth. Esau is a fucking liar. And a born racist. And you can't get that shit out of him. He has to be destroyed.
Oh yeah, pause the read.
Let's pause. A former brand ambassador for Hulk Hogan's new alcoholic beverage line has claimed the wrestling legend fired her after learning that she's a black woman. See, on TikTok, Essence Janae made the accusation against the two-time WWE Hall of Famer, which is fake wrestling. It's fake as fuck. So yeah, that's how they feel about you, Israel.
Real American beer. Cancel this. Cancel this. TikTok, we got Essence Janae back. Hashtag Essence Janae right now. Followed by the hashtag boycott Real American beer. Now, which brand is going to pick up this beautiful black queen, Essence Janae, and show her how it's done the right way? Let me know what y'all think about this one in the comments.
See? These people are not who you think they are. Now let's go through Sirach. Let's get some scripts. Chapter 9. Sirach. Oh, we already got down Sirach. Let's go down. Sirach. Let's go to chapter 13. Okay, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 13, verse 4. If thou be his prophet, he will use thee. But if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee. Verse 5, and if thou have anything, he will live with thee. Yeah, he will make thee barren, not feel sorry, not be sorry for it. That's how Esau played. See what tickles your fancy, dangle it over your face. And then if you don't fall for that, he's just going to take it. Remember the carrot and the stick? Yeah. Sirach chapter 14, verse 7. And if he do it good, he do it unwillingly. And at the last, he would declare his wickedness. See all that front end shit? Yeah, we Americans, da, 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 da. But behind closed doors, it's nigger, 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 nigger. That's how they get down. That's how they feel about you. Nigger, 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 nigger. See? Y'all thought these people cared about y'all, huh? They don't. Sirach chapter 12, verse 3. There can no good come to him that is always occupied in evil, nor to him that giveth no alms. That's why I asked y'all yesterday. Somebody's always occupied in evil and deception. When is there a good time to trust them? There isn't a good time because they are always in deception mode, always lying. So you can't trust them. Sirach chapter 10, verse 3, an unwise king destroyeth his people. But through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. And how is so-called Trump destroying the people? Always egging them on to go to war. Fight, fight, fight. Remember that? Always instigating, starting shit. So now he's unfit to rule. By the time he get through being president, it ain't gonna be shit left to rule over. Because he gonna tell them dumbass Edomites to destroy everything because he's in his feelings. And they gonna do it like dumbasses, the Trumpalites. Now let's go to 2 Corinthians. Chapter 4. But if our gospel be hid, is it hid to them that are lost? How you know you lost? You still believe in America. You still you believe in Trump. You believe in Kamala. You lost. And you're gonna be destroyed for it. Go to Isaiah. Chapter 54. Verse 17. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord. So, they can false accuse all they want to. Just like when he said that Trump didn't even see who damaged his car, but he assumed. Yeah. So that weapon that's trying to form against us shall not prosper. What is that weapon? That weapon is false accusing, lying on us, demonizing us. He gonna do that. He never stopped doing it. But it ain't gonna prosper. Go to Isaiah chapter 28. Verse 15. Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death and with covenant with death. How you make a covenant with death? You sign a contract with Esau. Look at all the rappers that died. And they got y'all delusional, like ain't nothing gonna happen to this country, ain't nothing gonna happen to this planet. Like there's not about to be a third world war. They got y'all bugged out like it ain't gonna happen. And y'all believe that shit. Isaiah chapter 28, verse 15, because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. See, that's that pride. We have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves. How you hide yourself under falsehood? Believing that everything's gonna be okay. Fuck it ain't. Y'all about to go into captivity. Eat them. and all the other nations. Keep on believing in liars and see where they get you. Now let's go to Isaiah chapter 32. Verse 7, the instruments of the churl are evil, which is a wicked person. Hold up, let's start it. Go to 6. For the vile person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity, to practice hypocrisy, and to utter error against the Lord, to make empty the soul of the hungry, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail. Yeah, they want to see you suffer. Why you think they planning all these psyops? Everything on the internet went down. Everything controlled by computers went down. Banks went down, hospitals, airports. They want to see you suffer. That was a test run for what they really about to do to y'all. Yeah, to make empty the soul of the hungry, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail, because he wants you to come to him for your food and drink. That's why he giving the farmers hell, killing cattle and chickens left and right. He wants you to come to him. He don't want you to grow your own food. This food bans seeds. Why you think you're getting watermelon seedless, grapes seedless? Because if they're seedless, you can't use the seeds to grow your own. You got to go to Esau. Verse 7, the instruments of the churl are evil. He devises wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right. It's like when Donald Trump Cadillac got messed up. And who did he blame without even knowing who did it? Niggers. Mm-hmm. But y'all finna take our work to go down there and vote for him in November. Isaiah chapter 29, verse 15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? Yeah, them two individuals I just showed you, they still thinking that the world doesn't know how racist they are. Isaiah chapter 31, verse 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, believing in America, and stay upon horses and trust in chariots, because they are many. Yeah, you're afraid of Esau because of all the threats, all his guns, his military, his police. Yeah, there are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. They don't. They want Trump to save them. I remember 4 years ago, Taraji P. Henson was crying, talking about some save us Biden from Trump. And now y'all still on that same hamster wheel of dumbassness, stuck on stupid. You're still on that hamster wheel. There's no lesser evil. Isaiah chapter 25. Verse 7. And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. What does that mean? The Lord finna expose every lie that Esau ever told. And he finna reveal how Esau really feels about you other nations, especially you Israelites. Now let's go to Isaiah, still in Isaiah chapter 9. Why you think these videos popped up about him being racist? Both of them. That's the Lord moving that covering cast. Isaiah chapter 9, verse 16, for the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. Y'all believe in these liars you want to. Go to the book of Amos. Brought it out in the video yesterday. You're not supposed to vote to have somebody from another nation over you anyway. But y'all gonna take off work. I can see it right now. Y'all can be out on Facebook posting your little I voted little stickers that don't mean shit because it was already decided way before you even took your ass down there. This gonna happen to all you people, all you Israelites that believe in Kamala and Donald. Amos chapter 9, verse 10, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say, the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. You think you're gonna be all right. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 32. Verse 28. But they are a nation void of counsel, neither is there any understanding in them. No, ain't no understanding in them. If you declare war on everything that move, everything you think you don't like, pretty soon it ain't gonna be nothing left to rule over because you're gonna destroy everything. Because you emotional. Emotional people have no business in rulership. That includes women, because women follow their emotions. They don't think things through logically. Emotion get in the way. Feelings. Temporary feelings and emotions that cause permanent damage down the road. Women are not supposed to rule. Let me see if I can find it. Job chapter 39. Let me see. Go to. Let's start at 16. See what it do. Let's go to 17. Because Yahweh have deprived her of wisdom, neither have he imparted her to understanding. And don't forget Proverbs chapter 9, verse 13. Let's get that one too. Proverbs chapter 9, verse 13. A foolish woman is clamorous. Ha ha ha. All that cackling she do. She is simple and know of nothing. But y'all gonna put y'all trust, y'all faith in her. You're done. Now let's go to Habakkuk. Chapter 2. Verse 4, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. We talking about Edomite men. Book of James, chapter 1, verse 8. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways because they're emotional. Edomite so slick with it, you don't even know he pissed off until he try to murder you. Emotional. He's not man enough to tell you what's on his mind. He all on that sneak shit, that behind the scenes shit, catch you slipping shit, try to outman you, outgun you type shit. But catch him by himself, he's just a little puppet dog. That's why they used to come up to the Israelites' houses back in the day, 3, 4 in the morning, 30 deep, talking about shit with their guns and their torches and their crosses, burning them in the yards. See him in broad daylight, he ain't about that life. He got to go get his boys. Psalms chapter 55. Verse 21, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. Remember what we told y'all? This man declares war on everything. His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords. This man, he's not man enough to declare war on you to your face. He do a little sneak shit behind the scenes to let you know somebody's pissed off. He'll never say it's him, though. For example, little fuck shit when they blew up the Nord Stream pipeline. Just fucking with Russia until Russia officially declared the United States an enemy. But what was the United States doing up to that point? Fuck shit. They blew up the bridge in Crimea. Yeah, United States. Just do little fuck shit. He ain't man enough to come at you like a man. No, he do little fuck shit while you sleep. That's why the world is losing respect for Esau, because he's a fuck boy. The Lord created the perfect fuck boy. Esau Edom. Always on that fuck shit. Psalm chapter 5, verse 9, for there's no faithfulness in their mouth. Their inward part is very wickedness. Their throat is an open sepulchre. They flatter with their tongue. Yeah, they flatter with their tongue. They get behind them podiums and start lying like hell. Let's go to Romans chapter 16. Verse 18. You just witnessed that. For they that are such serve not our Lord Yahweh Shah Hamashiach, but their own belly, and by good words and fair speeches deceive the hearts of the simple. That's how they rope y'all in. Get behind that podium and start lying. That's why you got to have spiritual discernment. Without that, you're going to be tossed to and fro with every wind of doctrine, believing everything you hear, roughly paraphrasing the scripture. And that's how Esau know he got you, when you believe everything he says. Go to Psalms chapter 31. Verse 18. Let the lying lips be put to silence, which speak grievous things proudly and contemptuously against the righteous. And those lying lips will be silenced. Lord Yahweh Shai gonna make sure that. Psalm chapter 28, verse 3. Draw me not away with the wicked and with the workers of iniquity, which speak peace to their neighbors, but mischief is in their hearts. You just witnessed that. Verse 4, give them according to their deeds, according to the wickedness of their endeavors, give them after the work of their hands, render to them their deserts. That's what happened to Dr. F right now. Dr. Flunky on TV crying, talking about he getting death threats for his wife and his 3 daughters. You should have thought about that shit before you lied to people. Now you about to find out what street justice is, homie. Book of Nahum, chapter 3. Verse 5, behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. Verse 6, and I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock. That's why the whole world is easing away from your crazy ass, because you're being revealed on the world stage. That's why they're getting away from the dollar. They know if they get away from that dollar, they get away from your ass. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 16. These 6 things doth the Lord hate, yes, 7 are an abomination unto him. Verse 17. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood. He's advocating the shedding of innocent blood. Donald Trump, yeah. Instigating civil wars, which is going to turn into a race war, because that's all it ever is, it ever was anyway. Verse 18, a heart that devises wicked imaginations, feet that be swift in running to mischief. Verse 19, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren. Is Donald Trump not guilty of that? Yeah, speaking lies. Lying on black people. Didn't even see who damaged his car. He just assumed. And what else it say? Soweth discord among brethren. Yeah, they always, their speech, you have to listen to their words. They're always sowing division when you read between the lines. So how is he fit to rule? Now let's go to chapter 14. Yeah, it's embedded in his speech, division. And all those politicians' speeches. Well, if he don't win, it's going to be a war. See? That's sowing discord among brethren. Now let's go to 14. This is Proverbs chapter 14, verse 16. A wise man feareth and departeth from evil, but the fool rageth and is confident. Verse 17. He that is soon angry dealeth foolishly. They messed up my car. Who messed up your car? The niggers. Yeah. He that is soon angry dealeth foolishly, and a man of wicked devices is hated. So what you think Donald Trump's future gonna be? People gonna hate him because the Lord gonna reveal more about him to make the people hate him even more. Go to 1 Timothy. Told y'all wars, all these people know. That's why they're gonna be destroyed by the very thing that they love. War. Lord cold like that. He knows what you're gonna respond to. He knows how to get you out the way. He knows how to use your worst fears against you. And what's Esau's worst fear? Israelites ruling over him. He knows how to get you. 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 4. He is proud, knowing nothing, but doting about questions and strifes of words, wherefore cometh envy, strife, railings, evil surmisings. Yeah, that's instigating all day. Verse 5, perverse disputings of men of corrupt minds and destitute of the truth, supposing that gain is godliness. From such withdraw thyself. Yeah, Donald Trump covetous. This man want a big ass building in New York with his name on it. That's covetous. Because he supposed that gain is godliness, just like Bill Gates. No, it just make you covetous. And the Lord hates covetous men. He hates covetousness. Let's get it in Sirach chapter 10, verse 9, matter of fact. Sirach chapter 10, verse 9. Why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man. For such as one setteth his own soul to sell, because while he liveth, he cast away his bowels. Yeah, he's so covetous, he'll sell his own soul. He'll sell his mama. Keep going. Second Timothy chapter 3. That ain't what I was looking for. Let's go to Psalms chapter 64. Verse 8. Nephew. Think about a nephew writing a book. Think about his niece writing a book saying the same thing about him. Psalm 64, verse 8, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Esau's being exposed. Keep getting the hell away from him because they know he's dangerous, reckless. Read the Wisdom of Solomon in the Apocrypha chapter 2. It tells you all about Esau's spirit. He has a reckless spirit. That's why he's rejected to receive the blessing. Reckless, foolish, childlike, taking everything for a joke, thinking he all in his pride is just off the charts. But the Lord gonna bring all that back down to earth real soon. We'll go to Psalms chapter 26, verse 5. I have hated the congregation of evildoers and will not sit with the wicked. Yes, you got to make a decision. And you're running out of time to make it. You can't decide. And I'm not talking about either Kamala or Trump. No, I'm talking about Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah or death. That's the biggest decision you're going to have to make. Still in Psalms, verse 34. Chapter 34, Salakia. Verse 21. Evil shall slay the wicked, and they that hate the righteous shall be desolate. So we already know two right there are going to be desolate because they hate the righteous. DT, Hulk Hogan. That's two right there. Still in Psalms, chapter 73, verse 8. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. How do you speak loftily? You speak in a manner that you think you better than somebody else. Did they not do that? Yes. Let's keep going to Psalm 52. Verse 3, thou lovest evil more than good, and lying rather than to speak righteousness a lie. Yep, they do. Now let's go to the book of Luke. Chapter 2, verse 35. Yea, a sword shall pierce through my own soul also, and the thoughts of many hearts may be revealed. Yeah. Donald Trump's heart was revealed through his nephew's book. They just revealed Hulk Hogan's true heart, how he really feels. Remember, your heart is your mind. Go to the book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 34. Red letter. Lord Yahushua speaking. O generation of vipers, how can ye, being evil, speak good things? See, for out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. Get another precept. Let's go still in Matthew chapter 19. Verses 23, 24. Well, it's not a precept to that, but it's still telling you about rich men, rich Edomites. Verse 23, the red letter, and 24, Lord Yahushua speaking. Then said Yahushua unto his disciples, verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. Are not both of them rich? Yeah. Do they both hate Israelites? Yeah. So guess who ain't going? They might go. They might look out and make it to captivity. Who knows? But if you do make it to captivity, you're going to be the first slaves of your nation. Verse 24. And again, I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of Yahweh. Now, speaking of rich men, let's get another one. Let's do it like this. There it is. Ecclesiasticus chapter 13, verse 23. When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look what he saith. They extol it to the clouds. But if a poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him. They don't want to hear what the poor man got to say. They only want to hear rich people. And y'all so stupid, y'all don't even pay attention to what the rich men are saying. I done seen many videos of Bill Gates telling you he finna kill y'all. Y'all just applauding blindly. Yeah, he said we can reduce the earth population by 10 to 15%. Audience full of Edomites. See, they think it's to eliminate other nations. No, the Lord is going to eliminate more than 10 to 15%. But see, Esau's mind so prideful, he think he's running the show. No, this is the Lord's show. Go to Jeremiah. Chapter 4, verse 22. For my people is foolish, they have not known me, they are sottish children. Sottish means stupid. They have none understanding, they are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge. Yeah, you black people are stupid. If you think Kamala Harris or Donald Trump gonna extend the life of this country this wicked rulership, you stupid. And you deserve whatever you get. Because you have been warned. Just like we came out with the warnings for the jab. I said it then and I say it again. You deserve whatever you get because you have been warned. Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 5. Thus saith the Lord, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm, whose heart departed from the Lord. See, your mind ain't thinking about Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. You thinking about making America great again. So yeah. Let's go to Jeremiah, still in Jeremiah chapter 49. Verse 16. Thy terribleness have deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart, O that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill. Though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith the Lord. Verse 17, also Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. Yeah, they're going to see America after the nuclear destruction. They're going to be like, God damn. Yeah. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 11. This for all you people who trust in man and trust in that dollar, that paper money with your enemy face on it. Start at verse 4. Riches profit nothing in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. Verse 5, the righteousness of the perfect shall direct his way, but the wicked shall fall by his own wickedness. Yeah, you thought when the Lord blessed you with nukes, you thought that was a blessing. No, bruh. Them nukes that marks the end of your world. Verse 6, the righteousness of the upright shall deliver them, but transgressors shall be taken in their own naughtiness. Now let's go to Proverbs chapter 29. Verse 2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. And how are they mourning? They want to make America great again. That's a plea. That's a cry for help. Please make America great again. Yeah, they're in mourning, the beginning stages, because they feel in their spirit that their kingdom is being taken away from them slowly. Proverbs chapter 24. Start at 19. Fret not thyself because of evil men, neither be thou envious at the wicked. Verse 20. But there shall be no reward to the evil man. The candle of the wicked shall be put out. Now let's go to chapter 26. That ain't what I was looking for. Let's go down to verse 20. Proverbs chapter 26, verse 25. When he speaketh fair, believeth him not, for there are 7 abominations in his heart. 7 mean completion. He's completely wicked. Verse 26, whose hatred is covered by deceit. See? His wickedness shall be shown before the whole congregation. We just witnessed that. You talk all that good shit behind a podium, but behind the scenes, it's nigger, nigger, nigger. Mm-hmm. And it's being shown before the whole congregation. Yeah, Esau can't get past that color thing, man. That's how simple he is. The Lord did not create 18 nations of crayons. You know how childish and simple and uneducated you sound? Black people, white people. Think about it like this. What if instead of black and white, let's say we use purple and green? The purple people, the blue people. You see how simple and stupid you sound? But Edomites taking and run with it. Blue lives matter. A color. The Lord did not create 18 nations of crayons. But the simple Edomite cannot get past color because regardless how much he lies about how intelligent he is, when a so-called person of color walks up, they revert back to that animal. So how is that intelligent? Nigger, nigger, nigger. Mm-hmm. How is that intelligent? Let's go to Ecclesiastes. See, the good news is we're no longer niggers. The bad news is for you Edomites, y'all are the new niggas. Get used to it. Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 16. Woe to thee, O land, when thy king is a child, and thy princes eat in the morning. Yeah, Donald Trump, he's one of the biggest children I ever seen. Matthew chapter 24, verse 11. And many false prophets shall arise and shall deceive many. This man is painting himself as a savior of America. And that's the red letter, so it's Lord Yahushua speaking. Yeah, that's why he has such a huge following. That's how he paints himself. I'm going to get y'all out of this. No, you're not. You're going to get them deeper into it until this country is destroyed, if you're selected in November. Let's get another one. We about to close. It's almost done. I got a few more verses. I just wanted to show y'all. Never trust thine enemy. For like his iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Here you go. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 12. If a ruler hearkens to lies, all his servants are wicked. Y'all better think about what y'all asking for. I mean, the destruction of this country is going to happen regardless. But with you knowing that, you need to get off this Trump, Kamala Harris bandwagon and get on board with Yahweh Shem Yahushua. If you want to get on one of them chariots to escape that nuclear missile lake of fire. There's no such thing as a lesser evil. Wicked is wicked. Book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 15. Hold on, damn it. They're giving me different chapters. Hold up, y'all. Let's get this one. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 17. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee every time. Remember how he pretended to help them in Tuskegee? Yeah, he helped them and gave them syphilis and didn't tell them. That's how he undermined them. And Esau has a history of doing this. That's why we tell y'all to stay the hell away from Esau and his needles. If it's not absolutely life-threatening, stay away from his hospitals. Because he's got it in for you Israelites. It was a nurse when the COVID shit first popped off. A nurse, an Edomite nurse, made a video crying, talking about how they was murdering you black people in these hospitals with those ventilators, pumping your lungs full of air till they just pop like balloons. It's not life-threatening. Stay the fuck out of them hospitals. And by all means, stay the fuck away from Esau and his needles. He's got it in for you big time. This man go to bed and wake up in the morning thinking about how to destroy you. Yeah, he got it in for you. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 14. Verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land nor fill the face of the world with cities. That is a future prophecy. You know whose children this scripture is talking about? The children of Edomites. Now, let's get Joel. This is to be the last one. We can close out after this. Joel chapter 3. Start at verse 5. Because ye have taken my silver and my gold and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. Talking about the Israelites. Verse 6. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border. Verse 7. Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them, and return your recompense upon your own head. Verse 8, one of my favorites. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians, to a people far off, for the Lord hath spoken it. And if the Lord speaks it, it cannot be undone. So, what you gonna do, black people? You're gonna choose an Edomite enemy or an Elamite enemy, or you gonna choose Yahweh Hashem Yahushua and leave all this madness behind. Because remember, racism does not exist until Esau shows up. If Esau's not present, racism doesn't exist. So how do you get rid of racism? The Lord is going to get rid of Esau. Call all Lala Hay now Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, Hamashiach wa Malachi by Hashem, Harawat wa Kakorash, Barakathum, the water Bible bar wa Kwam Yasharala. Shalom.